let's answer the question, can you actually use goats to mow your lawn? We have our goats out in the backyard here. It's just the Nubians, and I put them on a long section of the yard that I've neglected and haven't mowed for a couple weeks. I'm gonna show you over the next 2 days what these goats will do to this spot. Here's the long grass now. I think this is the only male drake out of the babies. What are you ladies doing?
Thinning the carrots.
Why do you thin carrots?
Because otherwise they will be too close together and they'll die. Yeah.
Or they won't grow very big.
Yeah.
If your root crops are too tightly spaced, like carrots and turnips and radishes, the roots won't actually grow very big. The plants won't get as big, and you'll have a huge mass of greenery, but less harvest of the actual root crop. Here's an example of turnips that might need thinning a little bit, but they're spaced okay. And here's an example of turnips that desperately needed thinning. A handful of seed was thrown down here by one of the kids, and this is just an example of how when seeds are planted too closely together, all the plants are small. Actually, none of these will really produce any turnips. I don't normally film on Sunday, but I had to show you all this. Chewy has escaped from the fence and is highly interested in these goats. I'm pretty sure it's Flopsy, the brown goat here, that he's interested in. He's been out here in the pasture with all the Nigerians. They're right down here by the barn. And now before he gets himself tangled in this fence trying to get to them, I'm gonna take him back down to the barn. I already did this and he escaped. I have no idea how. And I actually have to touch him, which means I'm gonna smell like a goat all day. Come on, let's go, buddy. Come on, let's go. Fences really are relative, and your fence will hold your goats in. We've had very little problem with escaped goats, but if there's something on the other side of the fence that your goats want, then yes, they probably can get over almost any fence. Fortunately, he's a pretty easygoing guy, so he's coming with me. I think he must have gone over this here. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. This is a solid 5 feet high, and he must have just jumped over it. Look how much higher it is than him. So he's gonna spend a little while in this giant concrete stall because it's just not safe for him to be roaming around in the yard. We can let him out with the Nigerians when we get back, but we have to go down the road for a little while. I think that's the only safe place for him right now. Okay, here's the conclusion to can you use goats as a lawnmower? If you look at this section, the goats have significantly lowered the length of the grass. There's one section over here that they didn't get perfectly. It was the very longest section right on this hill. Goats don't do a perfect job. They don't make a perfect manicured lawn like I've seen sheep do, but they do a really, actually very good job lowering your lawn, and also gives your goats some extra nutrition as well. So I'm gonna say, yes, if you're willing to put up with an imperfect lawn, goats can be used as a lawnmower. They only worked on this for 2 days, and the second day we actually had to give them a little bit of hay in here. So that was another great day on the homestead. Thank you for joining us at Art and Bree.